Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap but by the seeds that you plant. I travel not to go anywhere, but to go. I travel for travel's sake. The great affair is to move. Life is not a matter of holding good cards, but of playing a poor hand well. I kept always 2 books in my pocket, one to read, one to write in. There is no duty we so much underrate as the duty of being happy. By being happy we sow anonymous benefits upon the world. We are all travelers in the wilderness of this world, and the best we can find in our travels is an honest friend. Keep your fears to yourself, but share your courage with others. You think those dogs will not be in heaven? I tell you they will be there long before any of us. So long as we love we serve, so long as we are loved by others, I would almost say that we are indispensable, and no man is useless while he has a friend. There are no foreign lands. It is the traveler only who is foreign. Quiet minds cannot be perplexed or frightened but go on in fortune or misfortune at their own private pace, like a clock during a thunderstorm. If he be Mr. Hyde he had thought, I shall be Mr. Seek. If I am the chief of sinners, I am the chief of sufferers also. To be what we are, and to become what we are capable of becoming, is the only end of life. In each of us, 2 natures are at war, the good and the evil. All our lives the fight goes on between them, and one of them must conquer. But in our own hands lies the power to choose, what we want most to be we are. To know what you prefer instead of humbly saying amen to what the world tells you you ought to prefer, is to have kept your soul alive. I learned to recognize the thorough and primitive duality of man. I saw that, of the 2 natures that contended in the field of my consciousness, even if I could rightly be said to be either, it was only because I was radically both. With every day, and from both sides of my intelligence, the moral and the intellectual, I thus drew steadily nearer to the truth, by whose partial discovery I have been doomed to such a dreadful shipwreck, that man is not truly one, but truly 2. There are 2 things that men should never weary of, goodness and humility. We get none too much of them in this rough world among cold, proud people. The difficulty of literature is not to write, but to write what you mean, not to affect your reader, but to affect him precisely as you wish.